one of my earliest memories is of a show and tell. And I was 6 years old, I was in the first grade, and I don't really remember my first grade teachers all that well, and I don't even know if I can trust myself because they fall into these weird stereotypes. Like there was a young, tall, pretty, thin, nice teacher, and like a short, round, old, mean teacher. But I remember liking the mean teacher more because she taught reading and language arts, and those were the good classes. And like the tall, pretty, nice teacher taught like art and history, and I didn't like those classes so much. And nobody taught math or science because this was in like southeastern Ohio. And I remember the like old mean teacher introducing the concept of show and tell, and I was super excited about it because my dad and I had made this canoe together. It was like this little miniature canoe. And I think it was for like a Cub Scout project or something, but we had put like they were like learn about Native Americans, and so kids would make like teepees out of grocery bags and like tomahawks out of cardboard. But my dad goes kind of crazy for these things sometimes, and so we like went in the backyard and we chopped down this sapling and we like carved it out, we burned the inside of it to make this canoe, and I was super excited about this canoe. And I got in front of my class to talk to them about the canoe, and it was a little awkward because I got like so excited to be like a little intimidating to the other kids. And the one kid asked me, he's like, well, did you ever use the canoe? Did you ever sail the canoe down the river? And I said, yes. Actually, I got in trouble for stealing my sister's Barbie doll because it was a Barbie doll sized canoe, and sailing my sister's Barbie down the river, and the kids all thought that this was hilarious, and the whole escapade of like the canoe tipping over and the Barbie getting wet and having to give it back to my sister. I was on a fucking roll. The only problem is that never happened. I just followed it to its logical conclusion, but I killed that show and tell. It's probably the best thing I've ever done on stage. Woo! And then we had a parent-teacher conference, and my teacher just talked about how funny that story was and how it impressed the whole class. And my parents had no idea what she was talking about because I had lied. And so they got kind of upset and were like, are you sure you're thinking about the right kid? And she's like, yeah. And then she's like, so this didn't happen. And so then like the kind of mean teacher who I also really liked was also upset with me. And this is a very early memory of like feeling like bad. Like I did something bad. So, the next show and tell, I didn't want that to happen at all. And I came with this rock. It kind of looked like a tiger, because it was like a granite rock, but it had like orange and black stripes in it. And the whole of the story was that I had had a really good day. Like there were these woods behind my house, and like I had gone down into these woods, and I found this cove that I didn't know about before that. And inside this cove, I found this rock, and I was sure that like this rock was special and important. And telling this to the class, I was also faltering. And it's one of the first, like, if you've ever failed in telling a story, it's just hugely uncomfortable because like there's all this like meaning interlaced, and you wanna share that with other people, and you fail to make that connection, and it hurts, and sometimes you feel like there's something wrong with you, or there's something wrong with them, and the whole thing was just super stressful and awful. And so like I begun to dislike show and tell a fair amount after that. It wasn't in high school and I read like the love song J. Alfred Prufrock, that I was like, oh, somebody else gets this feeling too. Like, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant at all. And so that's sort of the line that I've been walking ever since is between an entertaining falsehood and a very banal and unrelatable truth. And like stuff like right and wrong, good and evil, black and white, those systems of binaries have never really held much sway for me, but trying to walk that line between being relatable and funny and being, you know, serious and meaningful but totally alienating people is a tough one for me, and it can be a bit lonely at times. And I think one of the things that's really helped carry me through that is a certain aversion and a certain repulsion in both reality and in fiction of Russian playwrights and their metaphysical firearms.
Sandwich, I knew you were home. That was completely delightful. I would love to deconstruct that sometime.